Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Marco. I'm a former professional opera singer. I love talking about video game and anime music from an emotional perspective after a decade on the stage. Today we're checking out the Mob Psycho 100 ending from season 1, Refrain Boy. I've listened to this. I'm currently watching Mob Psycho. I'm almost done with season 1. I actually like this track much more than the opening. The opening is much more, I think, set on the danger and the stress of existence in this world. But this one is much more about being a young adult and growing up and the pains of that. Let's listen to it, talk about the lyrics, and yeah, here we go. Even right away, Kono sekai no katsumi da ima wo ikuri bokura wa. I'm so sorry, my Japanese. We've been living each moment crouched in the corners of this world, but we'll overcome our tears and head for where the light leads. I find this ending incredibly optimistic. Even that. You know, that has a sound of, man, we can do anything. It's going to be okay. You know what I mean? It's kind of reassuring. It's very enthusiastic. And I think part of that's because really it just kind of repeats itself. I mean, listen. Hello, my name is Marco Meebo and I love to dance all the time. A real sense of forward momentum, kind of inspiration, but certainly of a celebration of life, which is kind of cool. Also, I love that. There's an ellipses, but we'll overcome our tears and head for where the light begins. And even there, the electric guitar is just really takes us for a ride, doesn't it? It's just so, again, enthusiasm, this feeling of like, I can do this. You know what I mean? Like there's like kind of like the pause before the storm. And then the lyrics kick in and the dreams and ideals we believe in seem they might just fall apart if we take our eyes off them. Like we have to keep our eye on the prize. After some 1,000 million vivid flashbacks beneath a slow motion sky is a reality so drastic we wish we could wipe it all away. I want this dream to be real, but God, reality sucks. And I think some of that angst is also heard in the guitar. Also notice that the vocals are kind of dialed back. You know, it's really kind of contained, processing an internal monologue. Like, damn, like what? Man, I don't understand myself. I want to be. All right, well, you know what I mean? It's very ponderous. And then that part's really interesting because it's a little bit more proclaimed. There's a little bit sharper. And there the lyrics are, you know, if our hearts as they exist one unpredictable second from now, were they to be taken from us, but we just keep causing pain for the fun of it. Something would come flowing forth from somewhere unknown, never ceasing. Something would happen, right? Nothing would ever stop. We've been living each moment crouched in the corners of this world, but we'll overcome our tears and head for where the light leads. 0 or 1, 10 or 100, we're searching for an answer. We'll keep trying again and again, the sounds of our hearts resounding with another yes, no. You know, like no matter what, it's just about like searching for life. I mean, the themes are really obvious to me, regardless of what the lyrics are kind of saying there. Again, very sort of poetic or direct translation, but this is a song about being young and trying to figure out our emotions. Ultimately, there's hope in it. You know what I mean? Or like mostly a question, but also like a hope. Like, damn, all right, well, what the hell do I do? You know what I mean? Like, okay, how do I figure this out? And musically, let's listen. Yeah, like right there. I mean, that's emphasis. It's really emphatic. And we have these signposts that occur structurally. And again, that vocal emphasis is very much declaiming, you know, proclaiming, shouting it out loud. We've been living each moment crouched in the corner of this world. I'm fed up with it, you know what I mean? But we'll overcome our tears and head for where the light shines, you know? Repeats the idea musically. And then Nando Demo, we'll keep trying. You know, there's like, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on myself. I believe in myself. I believe in what I feel. I believe in my emotions. I believe in my feelings. I'm not giving up for anything. You know what I mean? And then with the electric guitar kicks in there again, yes, no, you know what, no matter what, whether it's a yes or a no matter if I get rejected or I get support, I gotta find out who I am. And I think that that's obviously, like, overall, that's the scheme of the show in a much condensed, 2-minute track. Over the course of several hours, we start to uncover that Mob's just trying to find himself. He joins the gym group instead of going to the telepathy group. He's like trying to figure out what he is. And furthermore, he's been given this ability to use these powers, and he refuses. He has like a certain moral code. He doesn't use his abilities to get ahead in school. He doesn't use his abilities for basically, in fact, he's more often than not, he's suppressing himself, especially in season 1 now, until he gets emotional outbursts like in episode 3. There are moments in his life where he does have these uncontrollable releases, but overall, he tries to be very measured while he's trying to find himself, like any good teenager does. He doesn't abuse his psychic abilities. He doesn't make his psychic abilities his identity, which we discover is actually a problem later on for some characters. He is himself. What does that mean, though? And then Reigen actually ends up being, even though Reigen's a fraud of his own, Reigen ends up being a really good mentor, because he's like, hey, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? Even though he's got like a high moral value, even though he kind of spends his whole time, conning people, he's real admirable about it. This track is phenomenal. I really like it. It buttons all of season 1 so far that I've seen. I have another 4 episodes to go with it, and I'm curious to see how the music of Mob Psycho evolves. There's also a couple tunes within Mob Psycho that are really great. There's a lot of twisting in the music of Mob Psycho. I think we're leaning into the threshold of reality, or well, not reality, but like the line between the gap between heaven and earth. There's that little gap where the psychics kind of reside. They're not quite dead, and they have this ability to tap into the supernatural where they haven't fully, ascended into the heaven or hell or whatever. Great show. Feel free to check it out on Patreon with me, patreon.com/MarcoMeatball. Feel free to join the Discord, the Meatball Kingdom, and thanks a ton, and I'll see you later. Bye.